Hi, I'm Karen McGregor, and welcome to the 4 top ways for you to get clear on your purpose. Now, first of all, why? Why is it important to get clear on purpose? I think that with all the things in COVID, the pandemic that are happening, it's more important than ever that we actually step into our real purpose. And a lot of us are asking, what's important right now? What matters? And we don't want to be living even a second longer with just numbness or with feeling that we're not really doing the right thing. And so one of the things about influencers that I have noticed is that they're often very, very clear on their purpose. But there are times, just like right now, where people, influencers, are questioning, what is my real deepest purpose? So in order to get there, there's 4 things that I think are really important for all of us. And one of them is to do with how comfortable we are with change. Because people often complain about, not being real clear on their purpose or struggling with their purpose. But what the real issue is that they don't want to change. They don't want to do anything differently. They don't want to take the risk to actually do something different with their lives that could, in fact, make them more fulfilled, but also support people in a perhaps a greater way. And so that's one thing that we really want to look at is how accepting are we of changing our situation. A lot of times people are also super proud of their past accomplishments, their titles, what they've done in their life. And so they're very hesitant to have that stripped away from them. And so another area that is really important to look at is your identity. Are you attached to your identity? Are you attached to your roles? Because if you are, it's very difficult to then step into the deeper part of your purpose. Another way to get clear on your purpose is to access your intuition. But here's the thing, it's very difficult to hear our intuition, and it's very challenging to actually even know that we have it if our mind is so stuck in our identity and, our fear of change and the what ifs of the world. And I understand, I think that we're all in a very vulnerable state right now. But the more that you feed into that part of your mind that is fearful, the more that your intuition simply won't appear. It just won't. And so the best thing to do is to actually start to be aware of your thoughts, and when they come up like that, where they are surrounded by, old identity, not wanting to change, resistance to the way that things are, then you just watch those thoughts, float down the river of thought, because they don't actually need to be with you, and they're not a part of you. They're simply that illusion of fear. So when you get really good at that, then the only thing left, the space left within you, is guidance. And so we use our brains to analyze, to think, to synthesize, but we shouldn't be using our brains to try and figure out how to solve our personal problems that came from old wounds of the past. That's not what the mind is designed to do. So, intuition. Start to walk around and to see and just ask, for indications of your purpose. Ask to meet people who will illuminate your purpose. Have conversations about purpose with people and see what is the guidance that's coming through your words, their words. What sort of objects that might come in your way, or signs or music. All these things can direct you towards nudging you in the area of your purpose. And then final thing is that there are 3 levels of purpose. One is simply to survive, and unfortunately still many people on the planet are on that level of survival, and they're just worried about how they're going to feed themselves and their family. When you are able to have the second level of purpose, however, it's more around using your talents and skills and soul's calling to fulfill a deeper purpose that often has to do with a skill set, with a career, perhaps working as a volunteer someplace. And the third level of purpose, which I believe that we're all headed towards, and will take some time to develop and to actually get there, is the purpose of love. And, you know, when I ask about my purpose, it really, the strongest thing that always comes through is that we are teachers of love. And we can't be teachers of love if we don't raise our consciousness and try every day as a habit to acknowledge that our thoughts, those negative blame thoughts, destructive thoughts, that they're not ours, right? They don't belong to us, and let them go, because your mind will always come up with unhelpful thoughts that can even be quite shocking to you. But let them go. That's not who you are. You are a loving force of good, and your energy force combined with this powerful love and the state of consciousness that you want to rise to is going to be really illuminating your deeper level of why you're here on this planet. And people will see that. They will sense your deeper purpose. And the last thing, I know I said 4, but here's a little bonus, is when you start to do these things, you're also going to help others to step into their purpose, because you're going to see their purpose. You're going to realize, hey, that person's really not doing what they're called to do, or this person's not living their full life. And you will be able to see it because of the things that we talked about today. And you can have those conversations to help guide other people to their true purpose. And that's really where influence starts to happen on a big scale. And again, if you are interested in this conversation, The Tao of Influence is my newly released book. It can be found on KarenMcGregor.com or Amazon. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button for notifications. We have videos coming out twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. Thanks so much, and talk to you soon. To your influence.